Yes. Running. Running. Snow. Running. Snow. Snow running. Running in the snow. I'm gonna go get that here in a bit. And I'm gonna go discover this trailer. I'm gonna go get that here in a bit. Ramped flatbed with concrete. It's got that concrete. That watchtower is not fun to get to. None of these are. None of these watchtowers are fun to get to. Realistically. That's a tree. That's not a tree. It's a barrier. That is still a barrier and not a tree. It hurts. It does in fact do a hurt. That is also a barrier. Barrier to my entry. I'm gonna enter. Water. I'm exiting the water. I'm getting my car right after nearly that. Is there music at the gas station? Nice. You should get like open the radio or can do a hum. I can do a hum. Nice. Another truck. That's good. I'm gonna leave that truck here. I'll use it later. Stuff in a tree. See, that's a tree. That's not a barrier. Technically, in this situation, the tree is a barrier to my moving. But, tree. Tree is tree, and when the tree is a tree, it's a tree. Miss a turn? Oh, not miss a turn. I'm trespassing. accept it. Slow down. Sure. Let's get this down the mountain safely. Hopefully, safely. Hopefully I don't immediately slide out and explode into a fiery ball of death. There's the road over there, like right there. Just like go here and then go this way and be on the road I was just on, like a second ago, and not just do that. I can't just do that. Well, I'm going to dismiss the whole damn with this trip. Yeah. I'd like to get this watchtower. Just like that. Let's go! Boatman's house would be pretty awesome to do. The service spare parts I can get from Smithsville Dam, I think. Metal beams, service spare parts. Oh. Support trailer over there. That's the stuff I need. I want to start tracking that. And then power this down. Let's go get the GMC and do rock slide. Gotta do a power up sequence of the GMC. Like $8,000. I can probably mount that bed onto the These stacks are too high. I have determined. Now the question is this, because there's a little bit of mud over here. I don't know if the GMC can get through it with the trailer. We're certainly going to try, but I don't know if it's I know, I'll probably take planks over to place planks. I'm going to leave this trailer over here by Rockslide because I want to take this side road trailer into Smithsville Dam. Well, interesting. Where are the forwards? Power through. You got this, big boy. Yeah. Rocks. Run. Nope. Hello, post-production me here. I felt like I needed to give a bit of an explanation as to like what was going on in the video. So this is hard mode, SnowRunner hard mode specifically. Um, Generally regarded as difficult in the base game. I've been enjoying it so far though. Today's goal was to essentially set up all of the logistics for future endeavors. So there are several bridges and landslides around the Black River area that I needed to get repaired and get all the resources to those in order to move on, complete other missions, find more trucks, etc., etc. A brief overview of that is I did a little bit of exploring. Trying to remember. I know I did the rock slide mission first, which required metal beams and service spare parts. The service spare parts I wanted to get from the warehouse, but wasn't able to get to the warehouse yet because I didn't have Fallen Power Line done or Mountain Bridge. So I really wasn't able to easily get to that area, especially with the trucks that I have currently. So I went ahead and did rock slides first with the GMC. And both the metal beams and service spare parts were at the town storage. It's not a factory. It's not a warehouse either. Usually it'll be a warehouse or a factory or where you get stuff. Or a logging station. Love them logs. But where's my map? There's my map. Put a black line for where the resources for rock slide were coming from. Just that little stone storage there. Then I figured I would take the metal beams from this town storage and take them to Fallen Power Line. But I still needed the concrete blocks. The concrete blocks come from a ramped flatbed trailer down into the south, which I had to use the Fleet Star for, but the Fleet Star was broken, and I forgot that it was out of fuel. So, thankfully, right next to the ramped flatbed trailer, there was a fuel carrier. It's the medium? The small? I don't know. It definitely wasn't the semi-trailer one, but it was like a sideboard fuel trailer. I ended up taking that back to the garage, back to the Fleet Star, left it over there. That way, if I have trucks that I forget to fuel in the future, I can just go ahead and refuel those. And I went ahead and got that fueled anyways. And then once I had the Fleet Star, I took the GMC, took it back to Fallen Power Line, or I didn't get the metal beams or whatever. Something happened there. I don't remember. That was a few weeks ago. I got metal beams. I used the Fleet Star to get the ramped flatbed trailer, get that over to the Fallen Power Line, and then they had metal beams and concrete blocks. I then took the Fleet Star. I just kept it going up that road that's shown by that green line, and got that up to, what is that? Was it a mountain bridge or waterfall bridge? I think it was a mountain bridge, even though it's like right next to a waterfall. Got that up to the mountain bridge, went and got more metal beams with the GMC, got that taken care of. Now the issue was after that is roadblock, shown by the yellow line. So I had to go to all the way over to Smithville Dam. There's a factory, warehouse, service hub. There's too many names for things to get places from. I think it was a service hub. It was a service hub. Got the service spare parts from the service hub, took the service spare parts all the way back to Black River and back to that roadblock. Now, opening up that allows me access to the Kodak, which I haven't gotten yet. We're going to work on that in the next video. And while I was over in Smithsville Dam, I went and got the Rock On roadblock completed, and then the Smithsville Bridge mission completed, which only leaves the long way rock block, which I'm not planning on doing for a while, just because that's kind of a pain, and there's no like good reason to do that. It really just opens up some missions down in the south of Smithsville Dam, and then a good passageway to Island Lake. But I'm not going to Island Lake until I get at least rank 4, the better tires. Because once I have those better tires, I'll be able to actually make that trek with a few vehicles, with a fleet. Or I'll already have a fleet in Drummond Island, depending on which route I want to take. But yeah, let's brief overview of what happened here. Trucks drove. Very exciting.